Hey guys, so my name's Amanda. I wanted to show you guys our super cool 2021 Halloween decorations starting at our front door. We have our spooky scarecrow pumpkin man, and coming out we've got some flame lights on the house to give it that eerie effect, some really neat bulb lights. See if I can get a little bit of a close-up on those. All right, so our theme this year is Nightmare Before Christmas, and as you can see, we've got quite a collection. So we're going to start out here in the front. We wrapped our trees. We've got a purple tree right here, and then starting in the very front, we've got Jack Skellington, of course, our star. We've got him holding a pumpkin with his cute little dog, Zero. Zero's about 3.5 feet or so. And he's on a little bit bigger pumpkin. Jack's about 5 feet or so. There we go. We have, this is kind of our personal little touch, we have a Cactus Man. He is metalwork, and we wrapped him this year in orange. And of course, being Halloween, he can't go without a costume, so we've got him a little Dollar Tree vest. All the way around, he is all lit up. And then again, our tree. And then moving on, we've got a creepy Crawly Ghost kind of coming out of the grave because, again, Nightmare Before Christmas. There are ghosts and goblins all over the place. He is about 3.5 feet tall. And then we've got our star, Oogie Boogie. I believe he is 12 feet, if I'm not mistaken. He's the Sears model. We have our 3 little goblins right here. We've got Shock, and then Lock and Barrel. This year's model, Oogie Boogie's got his typical dice. Lucky number 7 out here in front. He's kind of looking off to the right, watching the neighbor kids come up. This was a really cool piece that we added this year. This is Dr. Finkelstein, the ruler of Miss Sally. Let's see. He's about, I believe he's about 5 feet. He's got his typical wheelchair. I don't know if you guys can see it, but he does have his wheelchair rest down here. We upgraded the stakes in the bottom from the 3-inch stakes to, I believe they are now 9 or 12 inches. And of course, he's got a little pumpkin. We added Sally this year as well. Sally's about 5 foot tall. And of course, she's got her deadly nightshade, which she uses to poison Dr. Finkelstein so she can escape his clutches. She's a little bit dark when she is lit up, so we added a little solar light that we've kind of got angled right here on the bottom half of her, since her face was pretty well lit, as was her deadly nightshade. And they're pretty close because, again, Dr. Finkelstein has his clutches on her. Moving on to our second tree. This one we added a multicolored strand at the top half of the tree and kept it purple in the bottom to kind of match the other one. And we have this little ghost girl who, she was just kind of a fun little piece that we added last year. She's about, I believe 3.5 feet or so, and we've got a little orange firelight on her to give her a little more color. As you can see, her clothes are black. I personally like to call her Cynthia from the Rugrats. If any of you 90s people are out there. Cynthia was the doll that had the crazy hair, and this poor little doll has about 3 strands of hair flopping in the wind, so I thought it was very fitting. We have our Pumpkin King welcoming everyone to Halloween Town. He's about 5 foot tall. He's got this cool little stake that he is holding up. A little difficult to see his detail, just being that it's so dark on our street. Let's see if I can kind of show you his claws that he's got. Pretty cool. And that's the first half. Again, we are big decorations people. So we really like to make sure that we go all out when we do. So kind of walking over here to the other side of our setup. We have some pretty big oak trees here at our house. We have a Nightmare Before Christmas little light, which is pretty nice. And then, let's see if we can't go this way. Our neighbors kind of got in on the fun, and they built us a little graveyard that we share. We have lock, shock, and barrel. And I believe this one is lock. Might be shock. Lock or barrel, I'm so sorry. He was a little bit dark on the bottom, so we added a spotlight. And to give our graveyard a cute little vibe, we also added some lights. We have a spooky little entrance with some skulls. Added some spider webs. We've got green lights. And then our grass has recently gotten tall, but when it's mowed down, you can kind of see we've got our little headstones with a skull. Kind of dark, kind of can't see it, but I promise it's there. Then we have Lock. I believe this is Lock. She's got some nice detail on her face, and they did her hair really nicely this year, having multiple strands all the way around. Even gave her a little bit of detail on her ear. And of course, she's got a little pumpkin along with the rest of the crew. Behind her is a little headstone you can kind of see. A couple back there. And here's our other little goblin. He's got some really nice detail too. From the tips of his horns all the way down to his face, his ears. He's got a little sign. And of course we have Shock, who is great. These guys are all about 5 foot tall or so. They all have little pumpkins. They've all got really nice detail. And then this is my personal favorite, which is the only one that Home Depot had this year. So we took it right from the display. And it's a little ghost tree. It's about, I'd say maybe 9 foot tall. Pretty cool. It's got 3 little limbs, some ghosts. Purple all the way down, kind of spooky. Really, really nice though. Definitely a favorite piece of mine. And then again, you can kind of see our Nightmare Before Christmas little doodads, and it goes all the way across. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you on the next Halloween. See y'all later.